The Ash, Lutzi and Nikki Osborne podcast.
Monday podcast.
Hey, you know what I'm looking forward to is after we finish this particular podcast,
7 more to
you
do.
know, they get their money out of us, don't they? Money's worth out of us because then we have to do the sports podcast.
Oh, my God.
And
But you do that together, don't you? The two of you do the sports pod together?
Yeah, Mitchie
with
comes
with
in. Nick,
Mitchie, and then we bring in Lachie
if
and
we're
Nick.
desperate, we get Lachie in.
Yep. Well,
Maybe I should just join your sports pod because they want me to do one now. I'm like, I give everything in the breakfast show. I've got
That's
nothing
it.
left to
You
give.
gotta have
What am I going to
you got to have
talk
a
about?
real good reason to do a podcast.
Well, my podcast is going to be easy today because Alistair Lynch left behind his notes that he brought in.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, he was given. He does the KO chat.
What if he
so
writes
I've
them
got
himself?
all of his notes. I've got anything you want to know about Suncorp Super Netball or the Formula One in Japan or the NRL Round 5.
He would have been disappointed with our interview. We didn't talk about any of those things.
Tim Zoo.
We talked about what?
Fox footy.
Sydney and economy.
No, we spoke about rorting upgrades. It was a good.
Yeah.
It was a good chat. He's great. If you ever get a chance, and Alistair Stevenson is not Alistair's my mate from athletics. Alistair Lynch.
Alistair Lynch.
They're both spelled the same. If you want to ever see him at a lunch, like a sports lunch, whatever, he's very good. Alistair, he's funny.
He's good value.
Yeah, all right. Alistair Lynch. He was the guy with chronic fatigue, wasn't he?
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
Yeah.
What
he
did,
Oh, he's
did
probably
he
sick
get
of talking
glandular
about it.
fever or something?
No,
it's just
but
chronic fatigue. I don't know.
Back when he
No,
was
but that's why
playing,
it's triggered by something.
Well, I don't know.
he used to have to take. He was the original guy who
Yeah.
started ice baths, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, everyone was like, "What the
Really?
hell's he talking about?"
We should have hit him up about that because now everyone takes ice baths, but back in
Not
like
everyone.
the 90s, 20 years ago.
Yeah, it was really weird. He missed football for a big slice
Yeah.
of it. He just had chronic.
Spewing.
Everyone was like sort of half giving him shit because no one really knew what chronic
Yeah.
fatigue just sounded like. He was really lazy. You know
Yes.
what I mean? Like it was,
Yeah.
that
It was
sort
a
of
made-up
stigma.
thing for a while.
It's like he just
It was
wants
a made-up
he just
thing.
wants to sleep, and everyone was like, "Well, I just want to sleep
Yeah,
too."
we want to sleep, Alistair.
I just get up, stop
Yeah.
being lazy.
But
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
poor
didn't,
fella.
I didn't realise that. Yeah, and you know what? It would have been hard for him too because there was genuinely that
There's no
stigma.
one else.
Yeah.
Like he
People
was the
didn't
first
know.
that I'd heard of chronic fatigue was through Alistair Lynch.
It's debilitating. My friend's daughter's got it at the moment, and they only worked it out like a year in. And
Yeah, right.
it's just crap. It's like period pain. Like people just don't know till you've had it.
Till you
really.
got it.
Probably
Yeah.
still
Yeah.
a stigma around it, to be honest. I'm not going to lie. I know someone on Instagram with it, and I sort of say, you're still an element of you going harden up.
Yeah,
man,
right.
Man
You know what I mean?
up.
You know what I mean? Seriously.
I think it has changed a bit though. I reckon it has. But that reminds me, like Jody went to that. See that?
The sugar
Because you're a
thing.
chronic masturbator. That's different, isn't
It's
it?
just got nothing to do with that, mate. What I'm
That's
about,
healthy.
what I'm about to talk about, and thank you, Nicky.
Not the way he
is.
does it.
Does he get his brother to do it? Like with White
Just
Lotus?
say you wouldn't want to be a.
That's disgusting.
Let's say you
No,
wouldn't
you
want to
haven't
be a.
seen the
Hey,
scene.
You wouldn't want to be.
Mitch is laughing.
You wouldn't want to
because
be a
he's
Coles
seen it.
chicken. Let's just say that.
God, you need
You'd
more than
never eat one
you
again.
need more than a Coles chicken,
What?
mate.
So what? Yeah, eat out the stuffing and then.
Oh, you
just
wait till you see
please
it.
Stop.
It's something else.
Can we just stop?
Collaborate.
I was just about to
Listen.
talk to you about my wife going to that professor from Harvard.
Going to Red Rooster.
who was
The
talking
anti-aging
about
guy, right?
anti-aging.
Not anti-Asian.
Let's just say there's 12,
Careful,
12
that was nearly something
there's
else.
12 secret herbs and spices after he goes to KFC.
This is just gross, but it's still funny. I'm here for the laugh.
Listen,
This
dude.
is
the only
great
reason
time.
we're here for the laugh.
Listen. He's got the full. What's the name of that dog?
His f***ing story doesn't
Oh, the
make
full
it.
Muttley.
There's no point in him telling this story.
Oh, yeah, Muttley.
12 different.
I did.
12 different spices. Once he's finished with it.
That was a real one at the end.
Snorting out of his nose. No, but those ice baths and the saunas are meant to be good, and I'm
not convinced on ice baths yet.
I'm making this pledge now that
What?
every time I go to Function Well,
Show me
I'm,
some data.
I'm going to go to the
Show me data on ice baths.
sauna and the ice bath. Lutzi,
What?
there's data.
What is
There's
it?
science. I don't know. I'll ask
Helps you
Joe.
No,
deal
but
with
don't
stress.
do it.
Helps you deal with
Don't
stress
do it
better.
too
That's
much.
not data. That's
No.
harden up. I can give you
actually saw
data.
that.
Infrared saunas lowers your chances of cardiovascular disease by 50%. That's why I go to saunas. Give me that data for the ice bath, other than maybe having a heart attack if I'm 48.
He picks and chooses because he'll do the infrared sauna.
The other one
Why?
hurts. The other one hurts.
Why? Because it's easy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why doesn't
And
he
there's
do?
data.
Why doesn't he do the ice bath?
There's data. There's no
And
data.
you know what else he
Shrinkage.
does in the ice bath too, Nicky?
Well, I don't even go
it's
in there
meant to be
anymore.
like a sanctuary, like a quiet space.
This is
Like
bullshit.
next
I've been
door.
in that.
He's about
mate,
to speak absolute bullshit here.
This is not bullshit. This is like
know
he's
exactly
done
what
it.
you're saying. It's
Mate,
bullshit.
we used to sort of laugh under
He's
our
going to
breath.
say I'm noisy.
He goes in and
There's a lot of noise.
and everyone.
It's like you're walking through a cactus farm.
It's cold for everyone, right? But when Lachie goes into the ice
is
bath,
absolute bullshit.
he goes into the ice bath and then he comes like he'll go in and then he'll come up.
I've never done that.
He does
in
it.
my life. Sometimes I wheeze.
He does it every time. It's like it's a scene.
You know what,
And
Lachie?
everyone
I actually,
looks
It's
around.
absolute bullshit.
Everyone
He-
looks around and
he's
goes,
speaking absolute bullshit.
Why is he doing that?
I literally
I
told him
relate.
about a guy. Hey, what?
I relate. I'm the same. Getting in the pool, that's not even ice. As soon as it hits your tartars, noise comes out. It's involuntary.
Yeah,
You know when you
Yeah.
well, look when you go into the like if you walk into cold water, there's like the initial there's like
There's phases.
shock.
of bits.
and
Yes.
the worst phase without doubt is
For us,
is
you
getting
nuts.
over your junk.
Oh, for us, it's your boobs.
Titties.
Yeah, so I
Yeah.
meant to ask that.
Them
So-
titties.
yeah, so because once
The
you get it
nips-
over
the
your
nips
junk,
or just the general region.
No, just underneath, under boob.
but is
It's
it
still
is it
sensitive.
is
Is that fat?
is it the titties or is it because that's where your heart is? Because I feel it too. Like when you go under and it's your chest.
It's an erogenous zone. I think it's when it hits the erogenous
Just
zone.
sensitive areas.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sensitivities.
sensitivity.
So for you, that'd be your
Yeah.
butthole lash is probably the area that you'd have trouble.
I don't know, ask the chook.
Pushing through a chook's butthole. I'm not suggesting he's gay. I'm not suggesting he's gay. All right, I'm just saying.
He's open-minded and progressive.
Lachie, do you mind if I just voice what you just texted me?
What did Lockie just say?
Because there's
Little
no con-
pervert.
Oh,
there's
what's he got to
there's
say?
no
What's he
context.
got to say?
Tell him to come in.
Chiming in.
Oh, right.
If
He's
you
just,
think you're large enough,
I just
yeah,
got a
go
text
on.
and
No, let him say it out loud.
Maybe he's not allowed to.
Sitting
on,
there from
hang
the
on.
cheap seats.
Yep.
No, I feel like the conversation evolved past the point
Right.
where I had sent the message. to
sure,
you.
but when I read the message,
Go on.
Yeah,
Well,
what's the message, mate?
My idea was.
what did you text
Sorry,
me?
I've got an
Just
idea for,
what did you
for the
text?
show.
Mr.
related
Shit
to
Your
this.
Pants in Church. Yeah, who are you having a crack at here?
This
Thank
is, I've
you.
got an idea for the show related to this right after you were talking about Ash's sensitive butthole. And Lachie
Yes.
I've got an idea for the show about this. And I thought, what are you
What is it?
talking
Yeah.
about?
What is it?
Well, I mean, you've already done. Speaking of your sensitive butthole, didn't you guys do the colon karaoke?
Prostate
we did
prostate
prostate
karaoke.
karaoke.
Yes, we
Yeah.
did.
Yeah,
What?
You did what?
Yeah, we sang
yeah,
while
it's
a
a part of
doctor
an initiation
put
thing.
his
You-
finger up our butt.
You're doing it Thursday afternoon.
Imagine doing that with a woman. Why do we have to do that? There's
Yeah.
no way they do that to you. Imagine you get a vaginal check while
Yeah.
you're singing Celine Dion. My heart must go on. We got a man put our finger up our
He
asses.
did a prostate check
While
and we
we
had
were
to sing
singing.
karaoke.
Oh my word!
And he's
I'm
still-
I am not getting a pap smear while doing that.
That's what I'm saying.
Yes.
It's a
I'm
different
putting that
level.
out there. Nah.
So next time you
Singing
do the top,
paparazzi.
And I still see him. I'll see him in a pub and I go, I've had my finger up his asshole, and everyone laughs.
Other way around, mate. You didn't.
Yeah. What?
That's what you got up to later. I've had my
kinda
finger
liked
up
it.
his ass.
No, I was just listening to you guys.
Ian Walsh, his name was. I remember
yeah,
his
that's
name.
right, Dr.
Oh,
Walsh.
there you do. You've got a speed dial.
Now, didn't Lachlan come in with an idea that he
Yeah,
hasn't?
What was your
yet?
text?
Well, the text literally was, I've got an idea for the show related to this. And it was simply when you guys were talking about how well you do in ice baths. What if we do an entire show where one of you is in an ice bath and it's up to the listener to try and determine which one of
one
you
it is.
And
Is that to be beyond painful?
they win cold hard cash is what we call it.
Oh, I like the concept. I do.
It's like, would I lie to you? But like, would I ice bath to you?
Yeah.
Kind of.
I don't,
cold
I don't
hard
want to
cash.
do it,
but you'd be
I
able.
like the
Yeah.
concept.
You'd be able to tell.
I'd die.
You know. Could you do one where
would you
like
be able to tell?
cold hard cash, but like the longer you stay in, the
What would you be able to tell?
the more cash.
How would you be able to tell? What if the other two are sitting in a magnesium pool? You know,
Oh, just
30 degrees.
from the shortness of breath, I reckon.
I like
You
your
know,
pitch.
Just because you.
Me and
you
Lachie
can.
will be in a magnesium pool, and Ash will be in the ice bath.
Well, but, we just gave it away. It's Ash in the ice bath. But yeah, in
Or
theory,
it won't
I don't
be.
want to sit in an ice bath for 3 hours. No way. I can't even get in there for 10 seconds. I'm not even kidding. I don't know if that's colder at Function World than it used to be, but I just can't hack it.
It says
I get
it's.
the shivers from eating a frozen popper.
Exactly.
I
You're
can't
screwed.
get an ice bath.
It
Plus
says
your-
it's
plus your tartars
between
get all-
7 and 9 degrees.
That's
Nah.
cold.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I used to do
Yucky.
12 at the other joint. I could handle that. I mean, we used
No,
to do that.
it
I used to
was-
get
it
into that one at the other place.
It was 10, yeah. But how's my friend Anna? You know Anna Strawn?
Swimmer. Yeah.
She swum the whole of, like, you think of any...
All the channels. And
all the channels, northern...
Yeah, she's great.
All the cold water swims around the world, she's done them. And she takes her iPad with her, Nikki, and hops into an ice bath and watches movies.
I beg your pardon.
Yeah. She'll
No.
watch an entire film. We're talking about an hour and a half.
Where's the
I just think that there are machines out there, like chatting to your mate from Fitness Well or whatever it's
Function Well.
Function well.
That one,
Lachie.
who did the 58
Oh, Lachie,
marathons.
yeah.
Like, he can't be real.
Yeah.
And he was handsome too. I don't think he's real.
No, he's real. He's married
And
to
I
one
was-
of the girls from Shepherd.
Amy.
Yeah, that's what
Amy,
they
yeah.
say. I think he's one of those things from that show, Anna.
Oh, you think he's an
where,
AI BF?
I think he's being mixed up in a test tube and kind
It's
of
possible.
half robot.
I'm not ruling that
because
out.
I just don't see how that's remotely possible. And then I
Great
hear about
read.
people watching movies in ice. Like I die.
Yeah. Hey, do you reckon whoever this bloke was that Jodie went to see, like he's meant to be world renowned? We should get him on, like anti-aging. Like I think that'd be of interest.
I wouldn't
That's a good
I wouldn't
idea.
mind talking through a few of the things I'm having now, anti-aging wise, and see if
We'll run it
what he
past him and
thinks of
see
them.
whether, because that'd be a legitimate question. Ice baths, Doc, like are they worth it? Like what infrared saunas?
Yeah, let's
Like,
get him.
Is it worth it?
Do you
yeah,
know
okay.
What, do you know what my
and drugs,
secret
more
is?
importantly, drugs.
Yeah, what drug? And there are drugs.
Yeah,
that,
I take
that you've got to take.
NMN.
I think that's one
Yeah.
of the things that he recommends.
And I was recommended that by two people with an extraordinary amount of money that had spent their entire lives trying to find exactly what this guy's talking about, things that will not age us.
Yes.
Everything from infrared technology to drugs, pharmaceuticals, or that sort of business. Anything, everything and anything.
All right, this bloke is called David Sinclair. Okay, has he found the fountain of youth? David
Mitch has got
Sinclair.
some. What's
I
Mitch
was
got?
trying to, because I when you said that,
The biology of slowing and reverse aging. He does.
let's get him on.
He
That's
does.
great.
He does a podcast. That's my contribution to today's meeting. I'm going to leave it there.
not a
Thank
meeting,
you,
mate.
everyone.
It's a
I will
podcast.
see you tomorrow.
no,
What's he got?
I just realised when you talked about it the other day, I'm like, I swear I've heard an Australian guy that's really high
Yeah.
up, like
Yeah, that's him.
in the research of anti-age on a podcast, that Smartless podcast. That
Yeah.
we
What,
he was
talked
on
about
Smartless?
with Bateman and a
he's
couple of years ago. I just
world
went and had a look. David, and I remember at the time,
Yeah.
I'm like, that is one of the most fascinating chats I've ever heard.
Yeah.
And he's like, Lachie, all the
Shut
questions
the
you've got.
front door. What?
Oh.
He's from here.
Yeah, he's an
he's an
Aussie.
Aussie, yeah.
He's an Aussie, and he's like, I can't remember how old he is now, but Jodie reckons he looks like he's in
So that's how the point is.
mid-40s.
Does he look good?
Yeah, actually, you know what? I saw a picture just this morning, actually, of you remember Jerry Maguire? Was it Jerry Maguire, the little kid, the cute
Yes.
little kid with the
The
glasses?
human head weighs
Yeah.
8 pounds.
Okay,
Just go ahead and go.
okay. So
That
you,
kid.
you remember
I see
that
dead
kid,
people.
that cute little kid,
Wrong kid.
and and Tom Cruise is the agent.
Yeah.
They showed a picture of them together now. They caught up, and Tom Cruise looks younger than that guy.
Yeah, what's he
I don't
on?
know what Tom Cruise is doing, but he's doing it right.
Maybe
I
there's
hope it's-
David.
This
he's
guy,
probably spoken to David Sinclair.
this guy
because-
does all of the
Yeah.
big stars. Yeah, he's,
Wow.
He's like he's a deal. He's a deal.
That'd be a good interview.
He's got a lab at Harvard Medical School.
Yeah, he's a professor.
Named after him.
Yeah. Yeah.
The
David
lab.
Sinclair lab.
Is that
It's
where he
called the-
went?
It's called
Is
the
that his-
Sinclair Lab.
Wow.
Is
This
that
was-
his background?
I think it was like $1,500 a ticket to go and hear this bloke talk. He'll probably tell us to go and ourselves.
Yeah, maybe he won't. If he's done Smartless, I think we're at 1,000,000 to 1.
But we could go and ask the question.
He'll say, go f a chook.
Yeah.
It's one step ahead of you there, mate. That's what?
That was one of my dad's sayings.
Go a chook.
It's no. He'd go.
Oh, that's where you got it from.
He'd go.
What?
Yeah, up the arse like a chook. That's what he'd say. Like,
He got done over.
makes no. Well, whatever.
Oh, I got up there.
The word chook's the best. Chook's just funny.
Do you reckon you could convince him, but pretend you guys are the Smartless podcast? So one of you be Jason Bateman, one of you be Sean Hayes, one of you
Who's
be
got the
Will Arnett.
ballsiest voice? Will Arnett's got a ballsy voice. You do that one, Ash.
I'll do that.
And then he goes to join the Zoom call, and he's like, "You guys look a little bit different." Oh no! This is
the waiting
We've
room.
been taking your pills.
Yeah.
We can only ask the question.
We won't, but someone will.
Yeah, they can
Well,
only
an
ask the
astronaut.
question.
Alicia will.
That's it.
You got an astronaut.
Yeah.
We're going pretty good.
Well, David Sinclair
we've got
also.
Alan Carr.
That's true. How does he sit in the top 100 most influential people in the world? Because
Yes.
she was last week, Christina Cook,
Yes.
and
What
so
don't
was
tell me
David
Sinclair
Sinclair.
was?
We could have two of the.
what year was he in it?
No, I don't, it doesn't
Don't
say.
know.
Doesn't matter. Two of the most
Shit.
influential people in the world we could have on the show. So Lachie, go and run your magic. Get him on
Sounds
the show.
good.
Let's go. Let's work
Yeah,
on
look,
this.
you sound important.
Will do.
Put your important voice
Get
on.
on it.
Yeah.
The Ash, Lutzi and Nikki Osborne podcast.